Do we want to go? Oh, we do. Okay, wonderful. I think we have Moldorm to deal with again. Glorious. 2 Moldorms, in fact. So let's see if we can get this guy to charge at us. He's... Oh, he was already angry, so he wasn't going to be having any of that nonsense. So let's see if we can get him to charge. No, he's already angry, so he's not going to. Darn it, buddy. Can you at least slow down so I can hit you? No? Guess not. Okay, tell you what. You come this way. You see me and get angry. Good. So you go over there, you get stunned, I attack you, we call it a day. So now there's this guy, but I can't get around to hit him because I'm too far away. Although I should be able to get him here. And I also noticed the little things on his sides, those are his legs, aren't they? That's a little disgusting. Guy, I'd appreciate it if you stopped following me so I could actually hit you. That'd be really, really nice. I think if we hide over here, we should be able to sneak past if he's going to go around on his own. Let's do that. If he approaches from that side, maybe we can get him to run into the wall. Nope. Come on, buddy. There you go. And that should do it for Moldorms. And that unlocks another exit for us to go through. So again, super tiny little room. Not much in here, right? I always enjoy when games like this end with this kind of trial place. It just feels so rewarding to finally make it through and get to use all of the skills that you've learned throughout the game. I know it seems cliche to do at this point, but it's something that I really have always enjoyed. So we do want to keep that thing there. That leads to a piece of the Triforce. The problem is, that particular one, I don't believe we will be able to get to because we need a key to get it, if memory serves me. So let's do something different. Maybe we can get to that one? I'm trying to remember, what's the best way to do this? If we can get something next to the red one so we could go to it after the fact? What is the best way to go through this? Maybe I had it before and that was probably the best way we could have done it. Because we've been through a number of these places already, I don't see the point in going through them again. Maybe we'll just do that there and go from there. So that means the Triforce room is over here. But it doesn't lead anywhere we haven't been except that one. I guess we can go through there next. Which way is the one that we're going to? We're going back this way then. Always a good idea to keep an eye on the map, and I probably could have bottled that berry, because I have one unused bottle left. I'll have to remember the next time I run into one. So this is the Trial of Courage. This is based on the bottom part of the Ancient Cistern. And each time we walk into a room that has a piece of the Triforce, Phi will give us this alert. You can see the mark of Ferrora in the ground there. And we're going to have to make our way in there in order to get the Triforce of Courage. But we have to pass through that locked door. There is one small key in this place. And we're going to have to get it before we can make our way in there. And I believe that small key happens to be in here, although we may have approached it from the wrong side. I think we did approach it from the wrong side, actually. Really? Yeah, we did. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever gone to this room from the wrong side before. Fascinating. So let's try... If we can get this room over there. Although, we're not going to have a way to get into that room the way we are now. So maybe we can get... I guess we'll put it that way for now. We'll go back the way we came. We'll see if... I remember the Triforce of Power room, you can only approach it from one side and not the other. Hopefully it's on the correct side. We'll find out. Yeah, I think we're on the correct side. Good. Now this trial you can also skip completely by clipping through a wall with the claw shots and then climbing your way out of bounds back in on the other side where it is. I don't know if I even want to try it. It's like clipping into the wall over here with a claw shot target. I don't remember exactly how to do it because I've never tried doing it, but you can do that. And it's a little silly to do, but you can do it, it's there. The intended way to go through it is through the same way that we've gone through the Fire Sanctuary, with these water fruits. And this can get a little bit irritating because it's slow. So you have all these little guys coming down trying to distract you from what we're actually here to do. Is when we get to the other side, we're going to want to knock down the water fruit. But more than that, we need to get the lava flowing, if you remember. Hopefully that guy hurting me doesn't bring back the beetle. It does, son of a gun. He took so long to attack me, I figured it didn't happen, but it did. So we're going to want to get the lava flowing in order to move over to the other side. Because you remember, if the lava's not flowing, that platform's going to disintegrate instantly. And contrary to what you may think, you can actually jump those tiny little pillars there. And we're also going to want to hurry up and hit that switch over there, because if we don't, the platform's just going to stop dead in its tracks, because the lava's flowing towards us as well. So you have to pay really close attention to your surroundings when you're going through here. Otherwise, you're going to wind up having to redo a big portion of it that you don't want to have to redo, because this is already long and tedious enough as it is. And of course, it wouldn't be Skyward Sword if they didn't make us wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. So I guess this is the obligatory waiting trial, where you have to test your patience. Although it is nice that they give you time to work things out if you've never been through this place before. Because you're probably not going to know where you're going if you're going through here for the first time. So it's going to be difficult to judge what you need to do. I think the lava's flowing here. So we should be able to just jump on this thing. And I believe these things are cursed case, if I remember. Yeah, they are. So these things are going to be a real pain if you don't deal with them, because you won't be able to use your items. And I think we want to hit this switch before we go over there, otherwise we're not going to have the lava flowing. And we'll also want to hit the water fruit before we get over there, so that we actually have a platform to jump to. So if you've been through this place enough times and you remember exactly how the game is going to try to mess you up, then it's easy to remember what you're supposed to do when. But if you're going through this particular trial for the first time, it is really, really annoying, because you're going to be redoing this again and again and again until you remember exactly what it is that you have to do. On top of having to wait long enough to get to the end of each section as it is. So I don't remember if we're going to be able to jump to it right now. We are, good. So can we jump to this? I don't think the lava's flowing, actually. So that was a mistake. We had to hit it back upside down. This is exactly what I was talking about, and exactly why I'll be meeting you on the other side. So yeah, this is essentially why This... Really? This is why this room epitomizes everything that is wrong with Skyward Sword. It just takes so long to do anything. But we make our way back around the other side. We close the one that we opened, and that opens the one that we closed. And that allows us to... Actually, there's a silver rupee up there. I like money. Can I have money, please? Never noticed that thing up there before either. Now I want it. Now I want money. Because that's a lot of money right there. Now I no longer have 666... Well, I didn't either. I collected rupees at some point. Oh well. So let's get that thing down. Launch over here. And now that the lava is flowing in what looks like the opposite direction than we're moving, we can actually progress! Provided that we get rid of this guy. Because the cursed guys are always annoying. I wonder if I can reach him from here. Guess not. Guy, I just want to kill you. That's all. I forget if there's another one. No, it's a claw shot target. So that should theoretically be the end of the trial, and is the very same reason why I recommended you skip it if possible. But I didn't, because I'm stupid. But you can see this is Din's symbol. And that brings us into, like you can see, it's not just us, it's our spirit, like we've been having in the Silent Realms. See, this area, does it exist? Is it only a figment of our imagination? Can't leave. It's writing on the wall too, I never noticed. Never looked around this room. But, of course, Triforce is right in the middle. So this is the Triforce of Power. Only 2 more to find. One of which we know where it is. The other we haven't seen yet. So now there are only 2 left. And we're going to have to figure out how to get to the other 2. Because we're still missing the key that we need. And the key is in one of the rooms that we weren't able to go through the entirety of. Nor do I think we have a way to move around the rooms from here. So the red X's indicate places where we can change which room is which. And hopefully the one that we walked into will give us access to one of the rooms that we don't have yet. So it's right in front of me. It's easy to get turned around because a lot of these places look the same. So hopefully... once I move that out, I can't move anything else. So we're going to need to make our way in here, it looks. So now that that is back inside the room that we came from, let's go get Nehru's. And this one's based on the sand ship, or more specifically the area leading up to the sand ship. So this is one other thing I really enjoy about this dungeon in particular. Yes, there's a fastest way to go through it, but if you don't have a set pattern to make your way through, it's different like each and every time you go. See different people go different ways because they don't know the optimal solution, and it's interesting to see people go through places in different orders. I'd rather not wake that guy up if I don't have to. Now the problem with this is that we need to have that gate open, but we can't... I forget if we can make the shot from here. The idea is... Oh, you're over there. Tell you what, buddy. Is that going to reach you? Hope so. There is an eye switch in there. You can just barely see it. I forget from where we can just clip the shot. can just barely see it. There you go. You're supposed to climb up to the same platform that you got the time shift orb from, but you can just barely sneak a shot in from down here. And I forget if that time shift orb is in exactly the place I want it to be, or if I want it to be a little bit closer. I think we'll want to move it a bit. You want to make sure that the time shift orb is in such a place that it's not blocking that, but we can still reach the other side. So I think, yeah, you can hear the piranha plants spawning in the other room. I'm going to call them piranha plants, I don't care. I'd like to not have dealt with them if I didn't have to. But we don't have much of a choice now. We want to make sure we can make it to this side. And if we had the time shift orb on this side, if we brought it in with us, then this fan would be moving, and we wouldn't be able to hit the switch, because the fan would deflect our shots. And that opens up a claw shot target that will lead us to the Triforce of Wisdom. So, again, I love all of these little rooms and trials that we get to go through again. I might have charged before I was supposed to. We're fine. I love going through all these places again, because it always reminds you of every single area that you've been to, all of the trials that we've experienced before. I feel like I'm just repeating myself every time I say it, but I really do enjoy it. The interesting thing about this place, though, is that you want to make sure you throw the time shift orb. And I'm not sure if that did it. Because we want to make sure that there is normally, in the present, a barbed wire gate that is blocking your way in there. That's the reason why I threw the time shift orb off. Because we can't take it with us when we're using the claw shot target. And this will bring us to the Triforce of Wisdom. So now there's only 1/3 of the Triforce left to find. And actually, we've been to every single room now. You can see they're all completely filled in. The only places we really haven't been are this long bridge. We passed through it here. We weren't able to actually go through that door. So that's the first room we'll have to go through. And then the other one had the locked door leading to the Triforce of Courage. So these are those two rooms are the two that we're going to need to actually go through. And is there an easy way to get out from here? So we're going to have to make our way into the room with the bridge, and then to the room with the Triforce of Courage. Because we still need that key that we don't have. And I don't know if we're going to be able to move the last room to us from here, because we weren't able to do it before. And if we weren't able to do it before, nothing has changed. We're still in the same position. Because we still need the Triforce of Courage. But what we want to do is move this place in such a way that we can access the room on the right here from the bottom. So we want to be able to access that room from below. And in order to do that, I think we can do this. So we'll go back the way we came. We'll run through a couple of other rooms, and then we'll get to the room with the bridge. But while this makes the dungeon a bit tedious, and is this the one that has the ferry? No, I guess it was the other one. It does make the dungeon tedious. Yes, where am I going? But it just adds a layer of depth to this place that I do appreciate. It makes it annoying to go through, sure. But I still do appreciate the fact that they were able to turn the dungeon itself into a puzzle. It makes every time you go through here interesting. Even if it does take a bit longer than it should. So we should have just one more room to make our way through before we're able to face the thing that's blocking our way to the key. And it should be right through this door.